Okay, let's see how this Saturday stream session goes. I told you guys that I wanted to, do some Saturday shows. I want to do 2 times a week, and I want to see how this one goes. So I'm gonna hopefully, get into the groove of things and see if Saturday morning at this time seems to be a thing, depending on the how many people get on. So the subject matter for today's live stream is cheating. What is cheating, and how do you define, that someone you're with has cheated? Before I get too into it, I'll wait for people to get on so they can participate. Have my coffee. I got a house to look at today. That's pretty awesome. I'm gonna end up looking at a house over in Royal Palm at 12:30. Go check it out. 2-car garage, 3-2. Got a pool. Can't hate on that. Could you imagine if Saturday morning nobody's on? I thought Saturday morning would be a good time where people are up, hungover, probably like, oh man, I don't want to talk relationship now. Oh shit, man. Okay, there's a couple people on. Beautiful. Mohammed is in the house. What time is it? Mohammed SVT 500. Where are you at? Where are you located? I see you all the time, and I never know exactly where you're at. Jason Freiberg, George Figueroa, Blazing Angel X is always on. So Yonce 50, a little too high power. As long as it sounds good, we'll get going. So we early today. Damn, Mike J, if you didn't listen to last week's show, I said I was gonna be here between 9 and 12 or some shit like that. So 9:30 is on the money. Haven't been here for live in a while, says Alex Perkins, and that's the people I'm trying to to get. The people that can't catch the Wednesday live session. And this coming Wednesday, I will not be live because I'm going to go to the track. They're actually going to have a decent prep night. So I'm going to take the Fairmont, see if it can go faster than 870s, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so what is cheating? What is cheating? What is cheating? Now, how do you guys define cheating? Right? If at what point, what does a girl have to do to you so that you could say you got cheated on? Now, if you're like most guys, Mohammed says, from Saudi Arabia, it is 1732 here. Oh my God. So I think most men will say penis in a vagina. That's when they say the woman has cheated. They say, well, I see these conversations go on all the time. Oh, I was just talking to him. Oh yeah? Well, did you fuck him? And that's the overriding factor. Did you fuck him? And if you say no, then, oh, okay, well, I am more likely to work things out with you than not. Junior Loud Stang says, good morning, good morning, good morning. But women, in my opinion, and again, I say this in my opinion, are more likely to say you cheated if you're texting with a girl. If you're emotionally cheating, meaning, oh, babe, we talk so good and we vibe so good. And, I wish my girlfriend understood me like you understand me. And the woman goes, that is cheating. Now, what is my definition of cheating? My definition, penis and vagina. If you emotionally cheated, I don't care. No, that's not to say I'm gonna trust you and we're cool and we're I'm gonna try to be more emotional. Hell no. I'm just gonna say you fucked up because you weren't communicating. Because the last thing I don't do is communicate. I'm super fucking chatty. I don't shut the fuck up. And if you don't know what's going on in my head, that is your fault for not listening. But not everyone can be as open to, I don't know, to someone not everyone likes a very chatty, available, forthcoming with information type of person. They don't know how to handle that. They like a Neanderthal, just some dickhead that compliments how good you look, and they like receiving compliments, so they gravitate towards someone like that. That's fine. That's not a problem. It's all good. George Garcia says there is still emotional cheating. Okay, but which one would cause you to dump her or to say you cheated? Emotional cheating? Yon says, I get in trouble if I'm nice to a waitress. She thinks I'm always flirting. She just punched me. Well, she's got a problem. You guys either cheated, she is insecure, or you either cheated before, she's either way insecure, or she has gone out with a bunch of guys that have cheated before Yonsei 50, or she has been cheated on in the past, and now she's treating you like that to keep things tight. But what women don't understand is once you start doing shit like that, I am more likely to seek someone else that treats me fucking nice all the time. If a woman has been cheated on and been jaded, and guys have treated her like crap all her life, the next guy she gets is on lockdown, an instant lockdown. So they're like, where you going? Where were you? It takes you 10 minutes to go from work to here. So where the... She's Mexican, apparently. It takes you 10 minutes to go from work to here. Where the fuck were you? And they do the, they put the finger in your face. So I'm going to give you a little story as to something that happened to me, things that have happened to me, and the hypocrisy. Okay. So when I was in a relationship or I was seeing someone, I'm trying to be vague because I want to protect certain people. When I was seeing someone, they weren't happy that I was getting a lot of attention. But the thing is, most of the attention I'm getting is from fucking guys. Not to fuck. I'm saying like, yo, Alex, I love your videos. Check out this. Check this out. Memes and funny things and, links to pages. And I'm on my phone quite a bit. Now, I'm very good about paying attention to the person I'm with, So if it's like, bzz, 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 I'm like, okay, bam, done. And then I let it buzz away and then I'll get it later. Done. She thought this motherfucker's probably talking to girls. So what did she do? She, I suspect, somehow found my passwords, which my passwords are pretty easy and I have nothing to hide. And she started logging into the emails and seeing my conversations with subsequent people. Now, were some girls chatting me up? Oh, yeah, for sure. You get attention from girls, things are good. Sergio Contreras says, when's the shirt dropping? The shirt is available on Vinyl Freaks and Company already. Link in the description. It's all there. And on previous videos is Vinyl Freaks and Company. All that shit is already there. So we ended up having a bit of a conversation about that. She's like, are you like cheating on me? And I looked at her like, what? Cheating? And she's like, well, I caught you talking with some girls. And I'm like, and I'm looking at the conversations and they're like car chicks, that, hey, like, I like your car and you're kind of cute too. And I'm like, whatever, it's all good. I am not saying, oh my God, I want to take this dick and shove it in your vagina. I wasn't doing anything of the sort. But I think that person considered it an emotional cheat. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. So in their mind, that was like, you done fucked up. That's a red flag. And I'm like, that's a red flag. Okay. So let's fast forward way into the future after that happened. We're not seeing each other anymore. And we reconnect. And she has a man. Right? So she starts hitting me up. She hit me up and said, man, my man's like this and he controls me and does this and does that. And I'm like, interesting. Should I do this? Should I bait her into, should I listen? Should I do this? Yeah, let's do this because this is Hypocrisy 101. So she's hit me up about her man, hit me up about, what the deal is and what's up and what, this guy's like this and that. And, we got a kid together and that. I'm like, so, hey, and I say, hey, let me just let you know, I'm not that guy. I'm not that friend zone guy. If there isn't the possibility of sex, I am not that friend zone guy that you're going to hit up to download all your emotional problems to. You chose homeboy. Homeboy's a piece of shit. Sleep in that bed that you made. The only way you and I are going to talk is if we're going to fuck. Because I am not going to be your therapist. Because I was a good conversationalist and, people like some of the data that I can download on them and in hypothetical situations. They love all that shit, so it's stimulating. So that we didn't really do anything. I mean, I did make out with her and stuff like that. But then I thought in my mind, she's cheating. If I was emotionally cheating by receiving texts from girls that said I was cute, she's legit cheating because I saw her, met with her, talked with her a lot, and had physical contact with her while she was in a relationship. But in her mind, she's like, I'm squeaky clean. I haven't done anything wrong. I'm like, what's this? What is this? And they's like, oh, but that's different. How is it different? How is it different that you're out there seeking emotional support and advice from an ex when you suspected me of cheating by receiving and having flirty-ish text conversations with women? That is the crazy thing. The double standard is super high. A lot of women say, I didn't cheat. All I did was talk to you. Right, but if I'm doing the same thing that you're doing with me, you would accuse me of cheating. To me, cheating is physical contact. Physical contact to me is cheating. Everything else is just texting. Everyone is one text away, one friend request away from texting and having an emotional relationship with any chick, right? Any chick. You go on Facebook, whatever. Like, again, a lot of you guys are out there putting pictures of your woman on Facebook saying how hot she is, and rest assured, some enemy of yours or some shit fuck that wants to fuck with your life is gonna get through you or to you through your girl. And if you guys have a weak relationship, good luck with that shit. It's gonna be a problem, because if I hate someone so much, I really don't. But if I hate someone so much and I want to fuck with their life, I'll get one of my boys to hit on your girl to make your life miserable. Why go direct to the source? Why not fuck up your whole life on the backside? So guys are out there going, I'm so lucky. This girl's so out of my league. Look at her ass. And she's like, yeah, look at my ass. I'm like, yeah, look at your ass. Then they have their own Instagram pages where they're like, they like the attention. They like the positive. Oh, you look amazing. Oh, tell me about your workout routine. What do you eat? While they're really saying, I want to have sex with you, and I'm going to compliment the shit out of you until you maybe have sex with me. Guys, please, it happens all the time. Yonce50 says, yeah, I like to be nice to people in the service industry. If a waitress treats me nice and friendly, I can only return the favor. Exactly. I'm very good about that. Now, if they get a little too out of hand, that can be a problem. Blazing Angel X says, sexual for sure is cheating, but for me, her giving the dude head would be worse because he's just kicking back and enjoying while wife's putting in the effort. So I'll drop her even if she don't put it in. Even if you don't put it in. Yeah. Physical contact to me is cheating. If she's sucking a dude's dick, that's super intimate. Kissing to me is almost more intimate than anything else. And a lot of people might disagree because penis and vagina is like the ultimate. But kissing to me, like when you kiss a girl, it's super passionate, and you can tell a lot by how a woman kisses and touches you during the kiss. A lot of women, they just sit there and kiss you and don't touch, don't grab you, don't caress you. Like, girl, you are not a affectionate person. And a lot of guys are the same way. A lot of guys kiss a woman and they just kiss a woman when you got to do all the extra effort. So kissing to me, a woman kisses a guy, cheating. A woman sucks the guy's, hog, cheating. A woman has sex with a guy, cheating. So if a woman is texting a guy 1,000 miles away and probably doesn't have the possibility to see him, or if she goes away for a week and all of a sudden you don't know where she was at because it's a business trip, guarantee she's sucking some dick. Guarantee she's sucking some dick. Especially if you know your girl, right? If you know your girl and you bang her all the time, and she's very sexual and sexually energized, and you guys have a bump in the road, you don't think she's going to suck on someone else's dick? Come on, stop all that shit. Ogon says, cell phone wardens. Sergio Contreras dropped the hammer. Mustang Gang says, it's 640. No, it's 944 in the civilized world. Ultimate 89 says, if she went on a date with someone else, even if there was no hooking up, I would consider that cheating. Physical contact, physical. I see them in person and they're touching and yep, that's cheating. Mustang Gang says, I haven't got my morning chub yet and Homeboy live. On Grip says, grip it and rip it. You dodged a bullet with her. Kamal Riley. Exactly. So she, in my opinion, had a double standard as to what's cheating. Now, let's psychoanalyze that. What kind of relationship did she come from? Upbringing. Jared Wells says, listening while at work, loving the new job. Jared Wells, congratulations. You wearing a black suit? You're a byproduct of your environment. If dad is out there banging girls, if mom is out there, bringing dudes home and just ramming them away, whatever you do, I think is highly dependent on what you saw as a child. That's why I don't like to date women that have young kids, young impressionable kids. I know I have ruined some childhoods already because they've seen me have sex with mom. They have seen me have sex with mom. That childhood is ruined. So forever, the kid's gonna go, I remember some bald fuck with a hairy ass ramming mom. And I walked in the room with my teddy bear and was like, what the fuck's going on here, mom? I remember that. Look, you guys remember when you were 4, 5, and 6. You remember that. It's very, very vivid. It's one of those early memories that sticks forever. Now, growing up, my dad was super affectionate with mom, like almost looking to bang her in the kitchen while she was cooking. And I was like, boy, that's interesting. Now, in my relationships, I was the same way. I was all over them in the kitchen. I was all over them anywhere they were. I was all up in there. And I went, you know what? You sit back and you go, why am I like that? Like, why am I like that with women? Because I've been called handsy. A girl that I know who actually gave me this cup. Thank you for the cup, hon. I'll always keep this cup. It reminds me of you. Hopefully she smiles when she sees that. Other girls watching the channel is like, I didn't give you that cup, motherfucker. It ain't you. So she says, you're handsy. I said, what does that mean? What does that mean, handsy? She's like, well, if we're just hanging out on the couch and just chilling, you're like all up on me. And I'm like, I am? But not like in a aggressive, weird way. Like I like to rub your leg. I like to rub if you put your feet up on my lap, I am rubbing those calves. I am rubbing the back of the knee, the hamstring. I'm just like, I cannot not touch a woman that I am near, that I like. So I was like, okay, why is that? Well, your upbringing. So in my opinion, based on the girl that I'm talking to's upbringing, in her mind, her cheating is not cheating. Why? Because her mom cheated. I can get into that eventually. I think I'm in safe harbor because I don't think I'll ever have a relationship or ever see that person ever again. That, guys, is such a good story. Oh, shit. Should I go into that? Boy, because the show is about cheating. But the problem is, this one can definitely, but I'm never going to see her again. I don't know. I'm never going to see her again. Like, I haven't seen her in a lot of years. So I wonder if doing something like that, well, you know what? No, fuck it. I think I can do it. Okay, let me, oh, Jesus Christ, sorry. Let me, I'm tripping over everything. Let me get some of the comments here, and then I'll get into that story. Guys. That's a good story to talk about. Dealing with in-laws is very good. So let me just get some of these comments out of here. I never understood people posting their women on social media. It's some form of cuckery, says Legendary. You can keep giving some of the benefit of the doubt when they always benefit and you always doubt. Very good. So majestic. Cal Dolum says, fully agree on the kissing. Then says, there is emotional cheating as well. Texting behind your back. Dylon, the best rapper ever, says, good morning. Yonce Five says, it's so easy these days with cell phones, online social media to get that attention fixed from whoever is willing to give it. People can connect so easily these days. Slow ST says, yo, it's 6:44 a.m. and I ain't gone to sleep yet. And you lied. Damn it. Well, guess I ain't getting no sleep. Get some coffee. You're good to go. Jordan Harsh says, I'm 30. She's 37. Things are incredible between us. Nothing like a mature woman. Mature women are where it's at. Gonzo the Great didn't say a goddamn thing. Alex Ortega says, what would you say is the best way to get over cheating girlfriend? You go having sex, dude. It's one of those things where you just go out there and just screw. Because honestly, that's going to be the quickest way to get over. Nothing for a man gets you over a woman than new pussy. New pussy gets you over a woman like that. A lot of men have, they're way emotional, and I don't understand those men that are super emotional. I hurt when when a relationship ends, but my dick's ready to be in some, I'm ready to get some new stank on my hang low. Do you know what I am saying? Checking in from Afghanistan. Keep up the great content. What would you say is the best way to? I already got that. Fuck that black suit. I'm doing a break job, of course. Jared Wells. Robert Whedon says, "Good morning from Texas. Good subject today. Thank you. Do it. We won't tell." Says Impending said, "Fuck it, Alex. Story time. Do it, Alex. Do it. Buenos dias, bendiciones." Says, "I'm hung so low, motherfucker. Gone. She gonna get the bicho. Smash. Hi guys. Smash. Smash your friends." Okay, here we go. Story time. So one of the girls that I was in a relationship with, I had a very tough time dealing with her mom. Boy, I've never mentioned this because it's weird. I was protecting the person a bit, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. Why am I protecting the person? So I met the mom, and the first thing I think I told you guys, the first words the mom uttered to me was, "Grab the fork." Meaning, I went over for Thanksgiving one time to meet the parents for the first time. And the mom was one of these super duper alpha women. Insane alpha, right? Almost to the point of control freak. So I drove 3 hours, get to the house, and I'm dressed as best as I can, and I'm trying to put on this good face, and I'm trying to be a good guy so mom doesn't think I'm an asshole. Because it was important to me for them to for them to like me. Maintenance girl in the house. She says, "Hi, guys. Maintenance girl. ¿Qué tú haces esta noche?" So, she goes, "Grab a fork." Meaning, I need you to get to work right away because I want you to whip some potatoes. So, I'm whipping the potatoes and I'm like, and in a Hispanic household, the guests never work. The guests pretty much sit down and wait for basically you cater to your guests in a Hispanic household. You come to my house, you ain't lifting a finger. You sit the fuck down. I'm going to feed you. I'm going to get you some drink. I'm going to entertain you. You came to my place, so I entertain you. But she wasn't having that. She was like, "I'm going to be the dominant one." Okay. So after I kind of said that, she goes, "Well, luckily," I said, "in a Hispanic household, we cater to our guests." And she goes, "Well, this is in a Hispanic household." And I'm like, "Oh, it's going to be one of these relationships." Now, I wasn't a kid. I was a grown ass man at that point in my life. So I'm going to say mine, and I'm not going to let anybody talk down to me. You can suck on this fat bicho if you think I am going to let anybody talk down to me. If I give you respect and you don't give it back, all bets are off. So, I wondered why she was kind of combative or had static like that, right? I'm like, what is her problem? Like, what can't she be pleasant? I met her husband, total beta. Beta, simp. That was her second husband. That wasn't homegirl's dad. That was her second husband. Big, tall, oafy dude. Nice as fuck. Whatever she says, goes. And he is like, "Yes, honey. Go up there and get this." "Okay, honey." "Why are you doing that?" "Uh-huh. Yeah." "Go cut the grass." "Yes, my love." And this guy would come home. He worked in auto body, and he would come home like this, like half dead. Do you know how much of a pain in the ass it is to work at an auto body shop? Sanding all day, pulling cars apart, spot welding. It's a physical job. So this guy would come home, and she's like, "Do this, do that." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And he was older. "Yeah, okay, honey. What do you want? You want me to build you a deck? I'll build you a deck. Whatever you want." And I'm like, okay, now this was the weekend I was meeting all the parents, right? From the relationship. This was the weekend I was meeting all the parents. So 2 days later or a day later, we go to meet Dad. Dad lives in a house by a lake. Dad is a, normal dude, and he's out there like building a house. I'm like, what's he doing? Oh, he's building a house. He bought this property net. So I'm like, oh, this motherfucker's like legit, like manly, like building a house. Okay. So I meet him and he's like, "Hey, what's up, brother?" And I'm just like, what's up? Shakes hands. Like, man, he's like, yeah. You could tell he liked, manly handshake. Oh, yeah. Yeah, how you doing? Hi, check out the house I'm building. And I'm like, okay. And this is going to be this. And I'm going to put this. I'm like, wow, this guy is super legit, right? Come on inside. And I'm like, I like him already. Very loud, very, in your face, but he's very much a man's man. And I'm like, I can see why that relationship didn't work, right? I go, how did he end up with the mom? Well, you know why they broke up, because he's an alpha and she's an alpha. And that just, I'm sorry. It doesn't work. Two alphas cannot make a relationship. Someone has to be the submissive one or the beta, period. And I ain't going to be no motherfuckers beta unless you're making a shitload of money and I can get whatever I want. Then I'll be fucking beta ass motherfucker cooking and shit and whatever the fuck you want, baby. I don't got to work. I get an allowance, but it's my money. Like if we break up, that's just my money. So anyway, we're talking and he is so fucking awesome. And I love the guy. The guy is wonderful. He's just super chill and very inviting, and he's cooking for you, and he's out there chopping wood. I'm like, this is a man. This is a man. So I got friendly with Dad. I got really friendly with Dad because, he asked me what I did for a living. I told him I was a millwright. He's like, oh, man's work, He looked at the daughter and was like, you finally brought a man home, And I was like, yeah, kind of, I don't know if he was used to seeing a bunch of dumb teenagers come through. But, when you bring a man home, you know what the deal is. Absolutely. I was like, simp. I'm like, simp ass Alex. If you're a millionaire, if you're a lady and you're a millionaire, simp of the simps. I'll be the simpiest motherfucker on the whatever you want. Give me that money. So, I'll cheat on you. So, depending on what you look like. But if you're hot, I'm in. So, he opened up to me. And he says, hey, I said, hey, so, Charlie, because I love knowing about people's backgrounds because it tells me about the person I'm with. I know, and I knew as a younger guy, however the house was run is going to pretty much show me how she's going to run shit, the girl that I'm with, or how she thinks things should go. So he's like, oh, I got a story for you. And I'm like, yeah, come on, let's. So he's like, well, He owned some businesses. I'm trying not to be specific. He owned some businesses and he busted his ass. And he owned businesses. And the deal was, you take care of the house, I bring home the bacon. The dude made good money and he was very good at business. And it was manual labor. It was blue collar work, but he owned those businesses. And he was out a lot. And then he'd come home and do the dad thing. He'd be like very much involved in the kids' lives, according to him. Again, this is his side of the story. According to him, very much in the kids' lives. And he was just like literally a traditional relationship where the man goes to work, the woman does the house shit, and he's good. So now the kids are 6 or 7 years old, right? 6 or 7, both 7 or 8 or 7 and 9 or 6 and 9 or whatever. And he says, one day one of my friends was having issues with his wife. So we had plenty of room at the house. And I said, look, if you're having issues and you need somewhere to stay, you could stay at my place. And okay, that's very nice of him. So his friend ended up staying at his house. Well, guess what happened? Mom liked him. Mom thought, hey, this guy does whatever the fuck I want. I'm sure she would come home. He was home and Dad was working, bringing home the bacon. And homeboy was out there like, yes, what would you like? Do you need help with the dishes? I feel so bad that he would, I'm sure, emotionally tell homegirl what he felt. And homegirl, I'm sure, was like, I'm feeling the same way about homeboy because I ain't feeling this shit, all bills taken care of. All you do is sit there and smoke your ass and cook and clean. Oh, that's fucking difficult. That's so hard to do. Never mind dealing with fucking people all the time. So one day, the dad said, one day I came home and she says, you have to leave. And I said, what? And she says, you have to leave. You got to leave because I'm in love with your friend. And he told me, Alex, I was devastated. I had a family. I had a career, family. We were doing well. I had everything I thought you wanted. You know, the nice big house, the pool, the boat, the lake house. I'm getting it done. And she falls for my friend that I was trying to help because his relationship was on the rocks. So not only did I allow my friend to come in thinking I'm trying to help him, but he and her ended up hooking up, and now I was out of the house. I was like, you got to be kidding me, bro. He's like, Alex, why would I lie to you? He goes, I was kicked out of the house. And you know what she said to me the moment I was leaving? Like, I'm like, can we talk about this? Can we? Nope, you gotta go. You gotta go. You know, with a fucking cigarette. I could picture it right now. You gotta go. And he's like, okay. Well, and then supposedly she goes, and don't touch the accounts because I'm coming after them too. So she had already devised a plan that I am separating from dude. I'm banging or getting with older friend, the friend, and I'm going to come after his money. Now, this guy was very smart and hid a lot of the money because he needed to be solvent. He couldn't be one of these guys that he's going to get sucked dry out of the whole situation. Now, the moment I heard that, leave it to Beaner in the house. The moment I heard that, I went, oh, mom cheated on dad. Mom cheated on dad with the best friend, told him to leave, keep the lake house or whatever, and don't fuck with the accounts because I'm coming after them. I went, interesting. So, it's fast. So, that's what happened. So, that situation gave me a huge look as to how the person I was with viewed relationships. Now, the person I was with viewed mom as top dog. Mom's right all the time. Dad was a fucking punk. Or not a punk, but dad, I'm sure, didn't make life easy for mom. And I'm like, you're looking at it all wrong, honey. You're looking at it all wrong. But I didn't say that. It's all good. I thought it. So fast forward about a year or two. Ultimate 89 says, how do you hide the money? Offshore accounts? No, what you do is you put the businesses under someone's name. You sell the business to someone else. You say, let's say if I'm married with a girl, I'm married and I want to hide my assets. Well, if I know someone I trust, like a friend of mine or something, I sell my businesses to him 100% with the understanding that once shit clears, boom, it comes right back to me. You got to be tight with that person. So David Williams says, I wouldn't have left. I would have left. She would have been the one leaving. Fuck that shit. Actually, Davian, dad was trying to save it. He was looking out for the kids. He's like, shit, I can leave. I got another house to chill at. The kids have to be in that house. The kids have to be in there and see just live regular life. But the kids went from seeing dad every day to new dad, one day to the next. Whoa, there's a new guy here. And that made me go, holy shit, I have an uphill battle. With this girl. Anyway, let's fast forward 2 years. We're chilling at mom's house. And we're having a conversation about family. Woo! This was the best moment I've ever had in a relationship where I got mine. So we're talking. Now, truth be told, me and my father and my mother, I don't want to say separated, but when I was 18, my father said, look, I want to start a life because my mom was, she suffered from a mental illness. And he's like, you guys got this. I did my job of rape because, she suffered from this mental illness since I was born. So for 18, 19 years, dad stayed. He stayed, raised the family on his own with a mentally ill mom. And he's like, I want to just have a bit of a regular life and I'm going to just go out and do my own thing. All of us had moved out already, so we understood. So mom came to live with me, and that was that. That was that. We all understood. Dad, go get yours. We saw what you've done. We saw it. We appreciate you busting your ass doing some street hustler shit to get us good, so we don't end up all in jail or fucked up or in gangs. We all came out pretty good, and Dad did a really good job, in my opinion. You know, he is my dad. Love the dude. But I took care of Mom, and Mom moved in with me and my brother in an apartment, and we took care of Mom. And I was 18, moved out. Dad went to do his own thing. So she wanted to know my upbringing a little bit. So I just kind of gave her a quick synopsis because I didn't like her. I didn't like my ex's mom. I just gave her a quick synopsis. I'm like, oh, Dad was, Dad worked in the mechanic field, which he didn't. Mom had a mental illness and all this stuff. And then I moved out at 18. Mom and Dad, broke up, or Dad left and started his own life to have a life, because he did, so much work raising 3 kids and a mentally ill, dealing with a mentally ill wife at the time, that he just said, I want to just have a life and you guys got this. Yep, we understood. Look, trust me, we understood. So she's smoking a cigarette like this. She's like this. Wait, I'll never forget the look on her face. She goes, so he left you? I said, well, no. You understand, he dealt with a mentally ill wife since I was born. And the moment I turned 18 and had my own place, he's like, all right, I'm not going to be in the same apartment. You guys got to take care of Mom. Basically, we went from living with Dad, and then as I was moving out, I brought Mom with me. That's how basically it ended up happening. And she didn't want to hear that. She went, he left you? And I was like, no, he didn't leave me. And she goes, your father sounds like a terrible father. Again, she went, your father sounds like a terrible father. I said, my father, nah, I love my fucking dad. You talk shit about my dad, you're lucky you don't get fucking drop kicked. But I said, so you're saying my father was a terrible father because he wanted to have something of a life after all his kids were adults and Mom is being taken care of. He wanted to have a girlfriend. He wanted to just have a life after we were raised. After we were raised, we were good. We were done. He's a terrible father? She goes, he left you. I said, interesting. So, what's worse? I said, a father raising his 3 kids and wanting to have a bit of a life, or someone dumping the husband when the kids are 9 and 7, dumping the husband for his best friend, and all of a sudden the kids see Dad one day and new Dad the next day, and he's gone out of his life. Or you basically take the father out of the kid's life, and now they have to deal with this new guy they've never met before. And what's worse? Tell me what's worse. Is it worse to leave and start a life when your kids are raised, or is it worse to cheat on your husband with his best friend while the kids are 9 and 7? And she was like, excuse me? And I was like, yeah, bitch, I'm going there because I know the story. So let me ask you a question. All of us are pretty good. Like my brother's, he's okay. My brother, my sister, me, we're pretty good in terms of we came out good. Can you say the same about your kids? Can you say the same that you haven't had any issues with your kids, jail, anything of that sort? Drug abuse, anything? Can you say that your kids came out pretty damn good? And she was just like beside herself, and because she didn't know that I knew the story of how everything went down. So she was like flabbergasted, like, how dare you? And then I just kept going in. But you know what's funny out of the whole situation? My girl was right here. The moment Mom said, your father is a terrible father, this is what she should have done. Mom, what the hell are you doing? Shut up. You're speaking out of turn. You don't know the situation. But you know what she did? She went. I said, oh. And I did look at her. I went. She said my dad's a piece of shit. What you say? Oh, nothing? All right, check it out. Cock back. Boom. Like, oh, you cheated on your man. Boom. You tried to go after his money. Boom. I was just, fuck you. You're not going to talk shit on my dad knowing you live in a glass house. The most frail of glass homes, the absolute most, like glass, like not even tempered glass. Like you can shatter that shit so easy. And she dared to say that shit. Now, I downloaded all my shit on her, ba 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 ba, and then ba 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 ba. Cool. So then we're driving back home. And I am blown away that she didn't have my back. Blown away that she didn't have my back in the situation. She knew both situations. She knew my situation and she knew her situation. And she knew her situation was fucked up. One thing I never heard her say is, my wife's a piece of shit because she cheated on dad. That's what I want to hear. Mom cheated, right? Oh, but did dad cheat? Oh, but he wasn't what? He was out there working, making sure you motherfuckers had electricity, cable, a boat, a lake house. And then all of a sudden you're going to tell me that, you know, mom's okay saying shit about me when you know her situation? Get the fuck out of here. So in my mind, I said, this is a bad look. This is a bad look. She sees the world from the spectrum of her, from the eyes of her mom. She sees the world from the eyes of her mom. The way her mom thinks is the way she thinks. Fast forward, me and her are messing around while she's with a dude. She says that's not cheating. I'm like, such an interesting world. Such an interesting way of people seeing things. It blows my freaking mind. Let's get some comments based on that little story. Fernando Perez says, what he did was honorable. He put the kids and family first. Dude, not only did he put the kids and family first, he put himself way last. He ended up living in an apartment near where he worked, or bought a smaller house near where he worked. Then he moved to like, I don't know, 100 miles away because he already had that house. He was trying to save money. Basically, he was looking out for the future of the kids. Both kids had college paid for. Maybe they had to pay, take a little loan out or something like that. But both kids, by and large, do not know how spoiled they are and how good they had it because dad was the MVP. Mom didn't do shit. It was blowing my mind when my ex would say how hard of a worker mom was. And I'm like, mom wasn't working hard. Mom was sucking on that foreign bitch. Mom was sucking on homeboy's dick while dad was working and then kicked him out of the house. Do not tell me that was hard work. Get the fuck out of here with that dumbass. And again, that's where this person will never see it from my point of view, where dad absolutely was right and got fucked over by the best friend and the mom. But to dad's credit, he never let it affect, supposedly, he never let it affect the relationship with the kids. He was way in the kids' lives. Come over to the house and do this and that. He was very, to the point where homeboy still does not want to offend dad, does still not want to offend daughter or make them say, you fucked up. Hey, you fucked up. Because, some of the stuff that she did later in life was pretty fucked up. That's a good dad, but sometimes I think it's better for you to have a parent that says, you're being fucking stupid. You're doing dumb shit. Stop doing dumb shit. Because if you do this, this is going to happen. And what's happening? The life is repeating itself. Life is repeating itself. And that, I think, is a huge byproduct of your upbringing. Huge byproduct of your upbringing. If you see a loving, good family, dad is macking on mom all the time, and he's teaching you the right things, right or wrong, respect, you come out okay. If mom's out there sucking dad's best friend, bitch, y'all, and then letting him go and then saying, I'm going to come after all your shit, and then seeing that is normal to them, how do you think they're going to come out? Pretty fucked up. And why would that person want to have a kid until they fix their shit? Do you know how many people I know have kids when they're fucked up and they don't know why they're fucked up? Oh my God. The Mustang House says, hey bro, I know off topic, but I want to make my own YouTube channel about my Mustang, but I don't know anything about editing and what editing. Do you use any help? I'm going to be one of those gay YouTube channels. Thanks. Cyberlink Power Director is what I use. Cyberlink Power Director is what I use. And honestly, the way I learned was YouTube. I YouTubed everything, how to edit all the time. Um, Evil Lady says Junior Loud Stang. Redbird says YDBT. At that point, okay, Leave It to Beaner says, at that point, I would have spent the cheddar and got a consultation with the best lawyers in the area and tainted her best divorce lawyer options out the gate. Honestly, he I think did the right thing at the end of the day. The guy retired at 56 years old. The guy retired at 56 years old, and he just does side work and fucks around. The guy's got a boat, got a nice house, got some money. He's not a dumbass. Got a good investment deal. He's a good guy. But the problem is I think he's too good of a guy. And he's not ever going to say to someone in their life, hey, you fucked up. They got this fucked up son. The son is beyond fucked up. I don't know if he's fixed his shit up, but he's beyond fucked up. And that's another thing. The sibling rivalry was just so stupid. The parents always bailed the kid out. The kid, one time we were going to Myrtle Beach and the kid ran over a deer or he killed someone. I don't know what the fuck he did, but he basically, he ended up rear-ending a truck like bad. I think he was high on some shit and he hit and run. Boom, hit and run, done. So he shows up to the apartment and the house and the car is jacked up as we are leaving to Myrtle Beach. I'm like, let's leave. Let that shit work itself out. I don't care. We gotta get the fuck out of here. He said he hit a deer. I'm like, I don't see no blood in this car. I don't see any fucking the fur. Nah, you didn't hit a deer. You hit a Suburban. That's you. Sure enough, that's exactly what happened. Homeboy ran into the back of somebody, hit and run, was high as fuck, came home, tried to sober up, cops got him. And you know what? The parents bailed him out. Parents were like, oh, here's a new car. It sucks. It's not your fault. It's someone else's fault. He has anxiety. Fuck! That kid should be in jail so he can learn shit. Nope. Bailed him out all the time. Just because you're trying to do good by your son does not mean it's going to help him. You stupid motherfuckers. Kyle Dolan says, most satisfying story ever. Dude, I downloaded all of my thoughts on her. I said, wait a minute. You're saying my dad's a bad dad, but you're out there cheating on homeboy with the best friend sucking on his dick and then telling dad to leave, leaving 2 kids traumatized for life? Yep. Exactly what she did. Yeah, karma on her. Karma on her 100%. I was in a similar situation, Joe Jackson said, except dad decided not to leave out of guilt of leaving our mom. All of us kids thought him staying was a mistake. Your dad wasn't wrong. My dad wasn't wrong. They didn't fight. They didn't have any issues. Dad just wanted a life. He wanted to go banging. He wanted to just be taken care of. Mom was not able to do that. So we took care of her. He went out, got his for a good 10 years or so. Now he suffers from Parkinson's and all this other stuff. So he's not doing so hot. But I look back at dad during those years and he was happy. He was fat and happy. And I'm like, good for you, dad. Good for you. You got yours. Dylon SN95 says, all the fucked up shit my siblings and I have been through, we made it out okay. Well, at least my older sister and I. Oh, man. Mike J says, prenuptial agreement. That's what I did and really stick to my ex. If I die, my daughters will get everything and my ex can't touch any of it. You know what? Unfortunately, Mike J, if the lawyer's good enough, that prenup ain't shit. Love you. Bandy says, probably because that was her mom. She didn't want to say anything. Fuck that. Family or not, wrong is wrong. Family or not, wrong is wrong. My brother, my sister, my dad, anybody in my family that got sideways with anyone that I was with got checked. What? Because if I'm bringing a girl into the relationship and anyone gets sideways, they get checked. Luckily, my family knows better. My family comes from this deeply respectful background that they're like, you don't do that. You don't talk shit on whoever's girlfriend. Maybe they do it behind their back, but you don't check. You don't do that. But this is the only time where I have said to myself, white people are different. White people don't give a fuck. The good thing about Puerto Ricans and Hispanics in general is we fight a lot. Families fight a lot. But the nice thing about fighting a lot is that everyone's got a problem with you. Hey, Jose said this about you and because of this and you like that. And the problems are out. Ask Leave It to Beaner. When you're at a party, there's always a fight. Cousins fight, someone fights, but at least the problems are out. In American families, from my experiences, everyone is fake around each other. Look, my ex, I'm sure, was looking at mom like, you are a fucked up bitch, but I can't say nothing because I'm deathly afraid of you and I don't want this relationship to blah, blah, blah. Where I would be like, fuck you, fuck your face, and then you hash it out right then and there, and it becomes less of a problem when it bugs you. Coyote Kelly gave me $5. Thank you very much. Nicholas says, I know this is off topic, but what condoms do you recommend if you ain't packing a lot of heat? Asking for a friend. No 3-letter brands, please. If you're not packing a lot of heat, I was just talking about this on the other live stream, is the ultra thin Trojans. The ultra thin Trojans, in my most humble of opinions, are tight fitting. They're tight fitting. Again, I don't think I have a massive hog, but they're tight fitting. So if you're not packing a lot of heat, that in my opinion is the best condom to get. The Her Pleasures are bigger in the head area. The Magnum regulars are not that big. People are like, oh yeah, Magnum regulars aren't that big. The XLs are basically horsecock material, but there you go. Blazing Angel X says, nah, man, you don't fall on your husband's friend's bitch and get to judge others. Pfft. Oh, it just happened. It just happened. I don't know how that happened. I just one time I was cooking lasagna and I hopped on his dick by mistake. Dude, there is that I'll hear about that one. Bet me, guys, because of this story, I'll hear about that one. And good, there's some unfinished business in that front. There's some unfinished business in that front because I didn't really get everything out what I wanted to get out, but ooh, baby, it's gonna be good. Leave It to Beaner says, big facts, Alex. The problems are out, but when it's time to go to war, everyone fights out. I had these cousins that every New Year's Eve, it was Maguel y Ino. Leave It to Beaner was in love this story. Maguel y Ino. All right, look, we went from cheating to family problems. So my cousins, they come from, look, my father had 10 siblings and each sibling had 10 kids. Guys, it was ridiculous. Cousin parties was like a fucking stadium. And I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. So there was this cousin of mine, Maguel, and he never really got things going. Kind of fell into some hard times, drugs, street shit. You know, Springfield, Massachusetts is a shithole. So he kind of fell into the street shit. And he would always show up at parties with his ass beat. Some guys beat me up downtown because I owed him money. And I'm like, oh, Manuel, ¿qué tú haces? Maguel, whatever. So Ino was his brother. Ino got a life. He got a girl. He got a family. And they were really tight growing up. Maguel and Ino were really tight growing up. So once Ino got a life, Maguel was like, yo, how come we don't hang no more? I thought we were boys. I thought we were they're brothers. And Ino's like, I got a life. I got a wife. I got kids. You know, what do you want me to do? Like, just kick it with you at the PVTA corner all the fucking time by the bus station, chilling on Main Street in the North End? You know, he's like, yeah. So every single New Year's Eve, Maguel would just get drunk and he'd resent the fact that he felt like he lost his brother to this woman. So he would sit there just mad at him and he would pick a fight with Maguel all the time. And every New Year's Eve, we'd go to a party at this cousin's house, that cousin's house, my father's house. The only time there wasn't a fight was at my father's house because my father would body slam. He was a big dude. He would body slam anyone that got. He was the patriarch of the family. Dad was el mero mero. You know, he was the man of the house, the whole family, the whole clan. But once the parties were anywhere else, they would have absolute scraps. But there was no hidden agenda. This guy didn't say shit about that. No, he said it to his fucking face. And that's the difference between Hispanic families and I think American families, where if we got an issue, we are checking you right away. Blazing Angel Lex says, Hispanic parties are the best. You got every emotion at a good one. There's happiness, shit talking, fighting, and makeup. Wouldn't trade for the world. Exactly. You got to understand, a lot of Hispanics are out there with the problems. So when I met an American family that has massive skeletons in their closet and live in the flimsiest of glass houses, I went, this is weird. You got so much shit. It's an atomic bomb waiting to go off. And it did. A lot of families, a lot of situations happen that should not have, but I was already gone. Once I left, everything went to shit. And I'm like, all right. All right, all right. Bandy says, fake ass facade. My autocorrect is on crack today. Ogon says, Mexicans and beers, truth will come out for sure. Darwin Gomez is laughing. Bandy's like, he fell on her vagina. Darwin Gomez says, come on, man, get out of here. Leave It to Me says, in the words of Eminem, what she tripped, fell, landed on his dick? Yeah, exactly. Yonce50 says, oh, just got my bacon and eggs brought to me. What a good girl. Yonce50, that's a good girl. But if she's punching you and checking you when you're just being nice to waitresses, Yonce50, turn to her right now and say, Coño, mami, a ti tan bregado malante. You know, did anyone else cheat on you before me? Because that ain't got nothing to do with me. Do you know what I am saying? Fernando Perez says, damn, how you fit that in an island? Yeah, dude. 10 siblings. No, they moved to Springfield. That's the thing. Like, when they come to Springfield and New York City and Bronx and Brooklyn and Harlem, it just... So when people are like, oh, you got any family? I'm like, oh, I got a whole town that's a family. I'm going to hang out with Donnie later. He's got a little luau going on. All right. Leave It to Beaner says, my mom had 7 siblings. Holy shit, so many parallels. Puerto Ricans and tío, tía, primo. Los primos se primen. Do you know what los primos se primen means? Cousins basically fucking each other. Yeah, I used to go to these family functions. And I'd be like, oh, coño, who's that? Ooh, she looked kind of familiar. It's your cousin. I'm like, oh, Millie, I'll never forget. One of my cousins that was so adorable. Her name was Millie. She was beautiful. She still looks good. And I'm just like, coño, tú eres mi prima. Damn it, I gotta leave you alone. Slow ST says, amen to that, brother. Was with a girl for 5 years, had a 3-year-old daughter with her, took care of them, and she still fucked around. But now all I care about is my daughter. Slow ST, that's a good man. Women that do that shit, you know, when I saw that her mom was trifling, I said, homegirl might think that trifling is okay. That ain't gonna happen. Alex Perkins says, you're 100% right, Alex. American families hide shit, and I'm breaking that this year because I'm fighting my cousin at Christmas for running their mouth. Yo, if I hear you're running your cocksucker against me, my people, my family, and I don't give a fuck if you're my brother, my dad, you're gonna get checked. You're gonna get checked. Because that's just how we do things. We don't leave shit under the rug. We don't leave shit on the side. We're like, mira, cabrón, tú estás hablando mierda. ¿Qué pasa contigo? Tú tienes un problema conmigo, cabrón. And then the thing is, once you scrap, it's over. It's over. See, I don't know if American families don't want to get to the scrapping end of things, but I like when people fight it out. When people fight it out, yo, we squash it, yo, boo. Then you have a beer together. Fucking, yo, man, I cut you good. You got me good with that right hook, man. That's good. Bandy says, to answer your question, cheating to me is when you and your partner make an agreement to dedicate yourselves to one another and not one person decides to break that promise or agreement. Gotcha. You're right. Good morning, says O'Hams. By the way, the Valley Racing Channel. Subscribe, hit the bell. Best racing channel on the planet. Trust me. Areito says, we Puerto Ricans are brutally honest. Fuck it. And a lot of people can't handle that shit. Dude, a lot of people think that when they end up with me, that I am the typical Puerto Rican. I'm not. I'm actually like a hybrid. I'd be like, maybe I should say something to this motherfucker right now. Maybe not. Maybe I should punch this guy in the face without any, but then I'm going to go to jail. Puerto Ricans are just like, ¿qué tú dijiste? ¡Oh, cabrón! They're very emotional and and they're super high and no, I'm like, I'll get you later. Don't worry. Yonce50 says she knows we are tight, or at least she was. Blazing Angel X says, sometimes it goes extreme when your sister and the sister-in-law go at it. They air out the dirty laundry. The tears and hands swing. The next day, you got to act like it didn't happen for your bro's sake. I know if my sister ever got sideways with anyone I'm with, she can go fuck herself. No fucking, nope. Anyway, I'm not that tight. Again, I am kind of like the outlier in the family. I'm doing my own thing, and once the problem is when you're around negativity all the time and you get away from it and your life ends up better, you might as well just stay away from it all the time. Bandy says, going out to dinner with a greater intentions than being friends with another person is just skipping straight to the raw butt sex. But if that agreement or promise is broken, that's cheating. Yeah, dude. Again, I brought this up because the girl that I used to see was seeing somebody and we were macking and doing dumb shit, but she didn't think that was cheating. While when we were together, people were texting me and we're having conversations. She accused me of cheating. And I went, interesting. Then I went, it's your upbringing. You're totally fucked up. Look, say what you want to say about my upbringing, but honor, respect, and treating a woman right was the cornerstone of my upbringing because my dad wanted it that way. He was very traditional that way. Ham says, my wife, she is black, laughing about this conversation. Same situation with black families and getting issues out. Yeah, look, I have never... Actually, you know what? I did kind of see a girl for a little while, black girl. She took me to a cookout, and it was the best fucking food, soul food. And they were talking all that shit. And I'm like, I like these. This is good. Then when you go to an American person, there's no adobo anywhere in the house in an American cookout. ¿Dónde está el adobo? Mira, ¿dónde está el adobo? Este pollo está soso. When they're gonna open up the trunk and what's that smell? Sasso. I mean, Ron. 3 people will get that. You're my people. Going out to dinner with that. Okay. My wife. Morning tocayo. Basic Alex says morning tocayo. White families. Ham says white families traditionally save face. There you go. Frank Weaver. I subscribe to them. Badass. Woo. This chat is lit, bitch. Valley Racing Channel is legit. Bandy says, I think American families don't like to confront the elephant in the room. Me, get it over with. I think too much and need to talk about things regardless of how the dust settles. In my opinion, my ex's dad and mom got unsettled business. I would have been like, bitch. Bitch. You fucked up the relationship by fucking my best friend. You fucked up our kids, and I blame you for all of it, and I'll never forgive you. But we have to do our best for our kids, but you made it a lot harder for us to have good kids growing up. And any issues going forward has to do with that breakup. And see what happens. Ooh, I'd be like, we have the popcorn. I'm gonna see what's gonna happen. That would have been an amazing conversation to have. Alex Ortega just said, I just got cheated on a few weeks ago. I've been trying to work out, but lately it seems like I'm the only one putting in the effort. She says she still wants it to work out, but I don't really see it. Alex Ortega, se acabó el party. Brother, she's got to go. Leave her for the streets. If she cheated on you, that's it. There's nothing. You got a kid together? No kid. Bye. But carajo, fuck all that shit. Why? So a lot of people would ask me, could you ever get with your ex? Fuck no. Seeing what happens after the relationship ends is more telling than what happens during the relationship. And in the 1 year after the relationship is over, so much stupid. I'm like, wow, you really took a turn like, what the hell did you do? They put themselves in such an awful position, and then you go, it wasn't me. It was them. I wasn't the issue. I'm going to turn on this light, get a little brighter. There you go. What would be your advice? Leave her. Alex Ortega, leave her. Leave it to Bean says, likewise here, Alex, I consider myself a pragmatist as well. Fernando Perez says, she's really not that into you, bro. Exactly. Coyote Kelly. Honestly, I'm very happy with my relationship. We have been together for 6 years, still not married. We both agree that we don't want kids. We're both in our early 30s and just enjoying life. Give her a year or two. She's going to want to have a kid. It's fucking, what is it called? Physiological. But she needs to procreate. She needs to procreate. Now, some women get strung out for a long time until that need wanes a little bit. And if you can make it past this point, you'll be okay. But if you give in, say, hold, yo. Voodoo Magic says, blacks and Hispanics barbecues are the best. Get a plate and wait for the drama. Exactly. Fast Hippo Zeal 1 says, why does the word cabrón have a worse meaning in Puerto Rican than Mexicans? Cabrón is the worst because it literally means your wife cheated on you. Te pegó los cuernos. Coño, te pegó los cuernos. Tú eres un cabrón. You don't say cabrón in Puerto Rican Spanish. You say pendejo, which is like cunt hair. Estúpido, stupid. But cabrón. But if you're my friend, if you are my friend, cabrón, ¿qué tú haces? Like when I talk to Rami Zaidan from Puerto Rico, he's one of our dealers, Land Racing. Cabrón, pon ese sistema bien. Pon las dos pompas juntas siempre. No seas cabrón. We're good. But when you talk, when you're beefing with somebody, tú eres un cabrón. Dile a tu hombre que es un cabrón. It's like, whoa. Oh, hams. They're flipping. Some of them coins are super suspect. Yeah, oh, hams there. So let me see that quarter. Man. Coyote Kelly. Leave it to Bean says, an emotional connection with someone else is still cheating. I believe so. Yeah. But I don't. If a girl that I'm with emotionally connected with a dude, I'm going to leave her. But she didn't cheat on me. If she banged a dude, I'm going to leave her. And she cheated on me. Bandy says, gotcha. Got into the live stream late, so I missed that. It makes total sense. The Mustang House says, what do you think of Fort Myers, Florida? Fort Myers is one of those areas that a lot of people from Ohio end up in. A lot of people from Michigan. That's like Tampa, Fort Myers, Bradenton. Like people from like Midwest or Central, North Central United States end up in. It's okay. It's got some decent restaurants, got a decent downtown area. It's pretty, nice sunsets. Not my area. It's not my forte. It's pretty. I don't think there's a lot of money there like there is in South Florida, Southeast Florida, but it's very laid back. Pretty. It's nice. It's just not something I would, not a place I would live. Blazing Angel X says, drop her, bro. He says to Alex Ortega, drop her, bro. She needs you too, and you need to get your head back on straight. If you don't, it'll eat you alive, and you'll lose sleep because you will second guess everything, my guy. Alex Ortega is at Ogon says, it's hard when you've been together 9 months. 9 months? 9 months? Papi, it's 9 months ain't shit. I get it. You're probably emotional right now. But at this time, it ain't time to be emotional. At this time, it's time to be like logical. You cheated on me. You have to go. Get the fuck out of my life. And plain and simple. Areita says, no adobo. ¿Dónde está el adobo? Mira, este pollo está tan soso que yo no sé cómo estos cabrones comen esta mierda. Would you like some salt and pepper? No, pendeja. Excuse me, I wanted the adobo. What's adobo? I actually cooked chicken at my ex's dad's house one time, and we went shopping, and I got adobo, little oil, chicken, and he cooked the rice and a couple things, and he's like, what the hell is this stuff? I go, adobo, but he couldn't say adobo. He called it adobe. So he's like, Alex, you want to come over and make some of that adobe chicken you made? I'm like, yeah. Then we go on his boat, and we prep the chicken, and he had a little grill on his boat on the lake, and he'd be like, hot dog, sausages, adobe chicken on a fucking stick. He was all about that shit. That was a good dude. I almost missed the relationship I had with her dad because he was so cool. But I understand he's always going to have his daughter's side, right or wrong. Is that right? Sure, whatever. It's his daughter. But I missed the relationship with him because he was by default, a great guy. A great guy by default, which at the end of the day was his downfall. He should have fought for that shit. He should have called his wife a fucking cunt. He should have just really been on that. But he was like, I got to look out for my kids. whatever you want. Yes, yes, yes. And that ended up biting him in the ass at the end of the day. Atmore says, I had a chick that was smashing that had a man, but she didn't think she was cheated because he was cheating. Oh, Atmore, very good. I have been with girls that have very bad relationships. I smash, and they don't consider themselves cheating. So one time I was hooking up with this chick, and I got into like, not a relationship, but I started seeing someone exclusively, and I kind of wanted to stop. And she's like, wait a minute, we're not going to hook up anymore? And I'm like, no. And she's like, why? I said, because I'm with someone. She goes, so you don't want to cheat on her? I go, correct. Because, then I'd be cheating. Like, you're cheating on your husband. She goes, oh, this isn't cheating. And I'm like, excuse me? I have nutted in, out, on every part of your body. Every part. And because, it was, that was such a good time. And that wasn't cheating. She goes, no, I hate him. It's not cheating. I'm like, oh, okay, mental gymnastics. And here comes the dismount. Get the fuck out of here. Leave it to Beaner. Classic Carlito's way. Exactly. Bro, that's so true. I got a cousin from my mom's side who's somehow married to my uncle from my dad's side. Now she and me, tia too. That's she, my tia too. Exactly. I know some uncles that are 4 years old, and their nephew is like 28. I was like, ese es tu tío. Areito says, si no hay adobo, no hay salsa music, I'm gone. Alex Ortega says, damn, that's exactly what's been happening. Okay, you guys, okay, you're working it out. That's good. Paul M says, the smell of adobo, sazón, y sofrito on the stove, nothing better. Sofrito, adobo, y sazón. If you're cooking beans, you got a little sazón in that shit, or sofrito, adobo being fried with the chicken, and arroz con gandule, y un aguacate. Oof. Dr. Phil, don't have shit on Alex. Dr. Phil. Cheyenne Obregon says, for the men who want to make, and he just stopped there. Benny says, Alex Ortega, find someone that really wants you, bro. She's not worth the trouble. Just give her back to the streets, homeboy. Give her back to the streets. If she cheated on you in 9 months, se acabó el party. Leave it to me. It says, Alex Ortega, cut her loose, papi. Kid or not, man, you have a kid, even more reason to drop her. That kid watching toxic relationship grow up, fuck him up worse than 2 separate houses. Leave it to Bina. You are right on the fucking money. But the thing is, depends on the parents, right? In my situation, when I saw the ex, I think the mom was super overbearing, and we all knew what happened. We all knew that she cheated. We all knew that she was trifling. So the kid thought it was okay. It's okay to do that. I'm like, how is that okay to do that? Like, how is it okay? Now, I remember my dad growing up. There was a point in time where mom wasn't here. Like, mom was still in Puerto Rico getting treatment. And then he was like, going to bring her up. And I think dad was out there just kind of like, I don't know what to do. I got to bring her up, but it's a whole paperwork process because she's in a institution down there, and bring her up here. And it's going to be a whole thing. So I think he was linking up with a girl up here, and she told him, you should send your kids back to Puerto Rico to live with their mom, and you should stay here with me. And my dad, I think slapped the shit out of her. I think this was 80 something. So you shouldn't slap women ever. But back then it was kind of normal. It sounds terrible, but I think he slapped the shit out of her for saying that. In the Hispanic community, una bofeta, when you say some shit like that, was pretty normal. And I think he laid it on her. At least I suspect that's kind of that's kind of the story I gather from him. He's really hard to get information out of. But once I gathered some information out of him, I'm like, oh, tú le diste una bofetada, pues, ella dijo que te quiero mandar los nenes para atrás, para Puerto Rico. Shit. What's the best way to reach you for advice on this channel? Right here. Actually, comment on any of my videos. If you comment on my videos, I get an instant notification on my phone, and I do my best. My bro got cheated on with a couple of weeks ago, and she went back to an ex that abused her. If I somehow ended up linking up with my ex and banged her, she'd go back with the homeboy, and he's an abuser too. He's a mental abuser, apparently. So I'm like, So I know that if I link up with her, it's just gonna be smash. I would never wipe that up. No way. Cheating is the government not paying me today. Cheating is the government not paying me today. Oh, why? You're supposed to get paid on the. I think he works for he's an army guy. What's the? Bandy says, recently went through a trying to make it work with someone I'd been talking to for a few months, but she showed me more interest in talking to someone who was supposed to be a friend. That's a negative. My ex had a friend that she downloaded shit to. I'm like, isn't that emotionally cheating? Isn't that because she accused me of emotionally cheating, but she was emotionally cheating? So I'm like, and I caught her, but I didn't say nothing because I'm just like, after the relationship was over, I'm like, you're doing the same shit. Like, stop. But the thing is, I wasn't like, oh, let's make it work. I love you so much. No, oh, it's over? Out of the house. That's it. Out of the house. You got to start your fucking life. And you got to get a head start. You can't be sitting there wallowing, doing nothing, rocking back and forth in a chair in an empty apartment going, oh man, I don't know what to do. Maybe I can win her back. Fuck that. Shit, move on. There's so many other women out there that'll treat you better. Trust me. There's so many women out there. It's not even funny. Okay, I'm thinking. Okay, sorry, I'm just catching up on texts, making sure that everyone's good. All right, back to it. Yo, what a way to wake up on the dating. Yo, what a way to wake up to the dating channel. It's not bad. I have about another 15 minutes left. I'd like to get an hour and a half in. This was good talking about cheating, and it made me say that story about my ex's situation that was just hilarious. It just blew my mind. Alex, Luis Figueroa from Korea, you're killing me with the adobo bullshit. My God, it's true. Adobo is life. And if you're a Hispanic male and you date a white woman and you're going to meet their family, oh my God, dude. The Thanksgiving I would have at the family house, it was like, where's the flavor? You know what the flavor was? Butter. So, let's talk some shit. So I went, now I was used to having Thanksgiving and my dad would stuff the turkey with bacon and he somehow found a KFC seasoning fucking bag. I don't know where he got from, a truck somewhere. He got a KFC seasoning bag. And he cut little slits into the turkey. He's like, tómale. And then he'd wrap the motherfucker in bacon and he'd stuff it with like some spices. The best turkey in the history of turkey. I'm telling you, Dad was a master chef. Con el adobo, and there would be rice, beans, some mashed potatoes. We don't do stuffing. We don't do, cranberry. No, it was just Spanish food with a turkey as the meat. Because Puerto Ricans always do this. Arroz, habichuela, y carne. Now you can do arroz, habichuela, yuca, llame. Yuca, llame, or totone, una chuleta, or some a chicken breast. But meat, rice, and some kind of a secondary starch is always prominent in a Hispanic household. So I go to my ex's, look, it was a very well thought out dinner. And I'm just like, okay. So I sit there and I'm just like, I'll get some turkey. I'll get some mashed potatoes and, I don't know, bread and whatever. The mashed potatoes had probably 5 sticks of butter in it. I was like, oh, okay. I guess I just had a stick of butter. The turkey had no flavor. It tasted like turkey. And the bread was bread. And then I'm like, I'm just waiting for the pie at this point. But with Dad, the turkey was it was just flavor and oozing. And I'm like, oh my God, that I miss. Puerto Rican cooking, I miss. I had 4 years of bland Thanksgivings. Woo! I should have brought a little adobo sack. It would have been like, coño, este cabrón está soso, brother. Mira, coño, ¿por qué está tan soso esta mierda, brother? You guys got any barbecue sauce? Oh, shit. Alex, would you ever give your girlfriend a hall pass? No. She can be single. She can be single. What? Hall pass? Hall pass? Is your relationship that shitty? How about she get one of her friends and we fuck? We do a threesome. Not a guy friend, a girlfriend. No, hall pass. It's over at that point. It's over. Look, I know way too many swingers. I have personal relationships with people and all of a sudden they tell me they're swingers and I go, what? You're a swinger? You don't value the relationship with your wife? You don't love her? You let other dudes fuck her? Oh, well, I fuck other girls. No, you don't get it. You let other dudes fuck your wife? I don't get it. I don't get it. That's a white people thing. I'm sorry. That's a white people thing. I don't know any Puerto Rican guys that'll be like, yeah, you can rail my wife. That's a white people thing. Oh, those racist. No, it's not racist. Almost every white person. Okay. 30% of the white people I know are swingers or they live the lifestyle. Hey, Alex, what's the best activity date? I have my second date today. A driving range. If you have like a Top Golf or a driving range around you or mini golf, that's very good because you talk, you have a bit of an activity, and then you go out to eat. So Darwin Gomez, if batting cages, I sweat too much and I get into it. If she said, oh, you want to go to the batting cage? I think it'll be fun. I'm like, fun? I'm about to show these motherfuckers around me who's King Daddy. I mean, you guys think I fucking play that shit? This is the Stealth, the Easton Stealth BESR bat. This motherfucker is illegal. It would kill people, okay? The ball comes out of this motherfucker like at 110 miles an hour. You're going to take me to a batting cage and think I'm going to have fun? Nah, bitch, I'm going to show fools what's up. And I'll be sweating, and it's not a good look. So do not take me to a batting cage. Take me to mini golf, driving range, which I'll still fucking smash the ball. That's it. And you should be good to go. Oh, shit, I'm a retard. Oh, my God. My brothers stuff a beer cap up a turkey's ass and sazon. Adobo, ajo y pa'l carajo. Areito says, how to get out of a toxic relationship with kids involved. 10 years in. Oh, my God. How to get out of a Oh, my God. I don't know. I don't really know how to get out of a relationship when kids are involved. Toxic relationship, because at the end of the day, it's going to bleed down to the kids if you have bad dealings with the wife. So you got to just be an adult about it and be like, yo, we got to break up. This isn't working. Like, it's just not working. We got to just let this go because our kids are going to end up being fucking Jeffrey Dahmer, serial killers, or they're going to basically follow along with our fucked up attitude. So you got to get out of there as soon as possible, unfortunately. Puñeta, tengo hambre. Adobo, sazón, sofrito, arroz con gandules. Hablen de chocha, says Areitos. What's up, bitch? I'll catch the reply. The reply? He said the reply. He said the reply. I'm sorry. He didn't say the replay. He goes, el replay. El replay. Leave Tamina says, hall pass, that's a fucking white people comment. White people. Yeah, that's a fucking white people comment. Exactly. Why do Mexican guys cry to their women once they get caught cheating? It really makes us good guys get least opportunities. Oh, God. I know a girl that was going out with a dude who was married. And once she found out he was married, she said, you gotta go. And you know what he did? He stayed in front of the door crying. Llorando como una chocha. Pero mami. You know why he was out there crying? Because the married woman found out he was cheating and dumped his ass on the spot. Bleh! Pa'l carajo. Vete de mi casa. You're a piece of shit. And you know what he did? He cried and cried and cried and cried till the girl says, okay, come inside. And you know why? Probably the dick was good. That's probably it. He was married. Cried his ass out. She knew he was married. Come on in. Okay. Stupid ass motherfucker. There is some stupid ass motherfuckers out there that you're like, really? Hey, I know that you're married still. But it doesn't really matter.
Stupid.
Because the dick is really good and you're going to be a good guy.
Stupid.
You're not going to cheat on me because I'm not her.
Stupid.
Alex goes to the batting cages and channels his inner Roberto Clemente. Oh, I go to the batting cage. I am you. It is serious. Calluses on the fingers. It is serious. All right, I got 6 minutes left before I get out of here. I got to look at a house. Guys, I'm going to look at a house today in Royal Palm. 2-car garage, 3-2, and a pool. I'm going to check that out. I don't know if I should put that on this channel. That's fucking weird. But I am going to take video, and we'll see how everything works out. Bandy says, I can't imagine any other guy dick down my girl. She's not your girl anymore if you break up. Doesn't make sense. That's why when a girl says she's into threesomes, it usually means she just wants 2 dicks in her. Exactly. When a girl says I want to fuck another guy, it's over. Relationship over. Talk about the relationship with her father. That's the big one. That's one that tells you how they're gonna treat you. So if their relationship with their father's fucked up, or mom's a dominant woman, and she's the alpha in the family, it's probably gonna be an issue. Bring some hot sauce. 10 years in. Oh wow. Double standard. GT California Special 50 says, "What's up? Pinche pato, finally caught you live. Usually I watch the playback." Jason Farber says, Alex goes to the batting. I already got that. Lewis says, is it raining down there? Yeah, it's raining a little bit. AC469 says, hope the house works for you. Thank you very much. Coyote Kayla says, good luck on the house venture. Hopefully you'll find the one that you're looking for. Bandy says, forgot you fucking said that. She has daddy issues. Thank you, Bandy. Telling you, man. When the girls have daddy issues, they treat you like shit. They're always looking for that positive male role model that kind of, let me open this up a little bit, get some light in here. They're always looking for that positive male figure, or they're looking for positive reinforcement from, this is way too much light, positive reinforcement from a male. And it doesn't work. When they have a father that was on the money, showed them what a good, honorable dude was, hard worker, they see that as the example of the man they're going to end up with. So they end up with someone that's similar to dad. Hardworking, blue collar, this and that. You hope. Unless mom was a complete total piece of shit and skewed your way of viewing relationships, that's usually what's going to end up happening. Leave It to Beaner says, the girl I'm with now comes from a good upbringing and has old school values. I think I found a good one, man. Leave It to Beaner. I know you were talking about fucking dead bodies and stuff, but I'm glad that you ended up finding something good, because it's hard nowadays to find a good girl. I knew a woman that I was talking to a girl, actually I've been, it's kind of off and on. Florida women, by and large, I think, get stuck in Florida mode. Beach, boats and hoes, beaches, drinking, day drinking, mimosa, bottomless mimosa, just all this party. And then they're 45 all of a sudden and go, I'm alone. How did this happen? What do you mean, how did this happen? You were out there getting railed on boats all the time, and then you stopped looking good. So the guys that rail girls on boats get hot chicks to fuck on these boats. They're not going to look for you. Now, what is left over is the girls that used to get fucked on boats that drink bottomless mimosas and they still think they're 30 or 29. I'm like, no. So the values, I don't know how they ended up here with those kind of values, but a lot of people move here to fix shit, right? A lot of people move to Florida to fix shit. I'm going to move to Florida to start fresh, and at least it's warm, and I'm going to enjoy the beaches. The beach is my safe place. Okay, then they come down here, and we're in the beach. There's boats, jet skis, money, getting railed on boats, bunch of booze. All of a sudden, 15 years fly by, and you've never established a relationship with anyone or gotten on your feet or whatever. Luckily, I came down here for a job. The job was what brought me down here. And once I got down here, I noticed this is party central. I don't party. I just want to race cars, be left alone, and make money. And that's what I'm concentrating on. So that's kind of my focus. But a lot of women down here end up in a position where they're just meandering through life. having menial jobs, doing nothing but just looking forward to the weekend to get fucked, drunk, and start over again. That I want to go to every rooftop bar in West Palm. What a fucking goal that is. What a what a bucket list. What a shit ass bucket list did you conjure up? I wanted to go to every rooftop bar in West Palm. I want to go to every rooftop bar in South Florida. You stupid with the, oh my God, dude. I can go on and on and on. Blazing Angel X says, I've had girls invite me to threesomes and usually is with a husband. What the fuck? Hell no. No, I'll rail 2 girls, but I'm not railing 1 girl with another dick in the room. That's not happening. It's coming down bad in Port St. Lucie, says Lewis. Yeah, that sucks. But hopefully, Port St. Lucie is like 50 minutes north of me, so, or 40 minutes north of me. So I was looking at houses there. You get a lot more money for your house in Port St. Lucie than down here. Jason Freiberg says, good luck on the house hunting. Hope you find the one with the man garage. So I'll take video. Fuck it. You know what? The dating channel is also like a life channel. So I'll take video. And the agent seems super cool. So we'll see. The older you are, the harder it gets, man. Dude, it's so hard to find a girl. I mean, I was talking to a 32-year-old girl recently. And I thought, okay, you kind of got your shit figured out then. No, she was smoking hot. I wish I could show you a photo, but I saw red flags that I was not willing to deal with based on experience, just simply based on experience. And I'll be honest with you. I am done playing the I gotta come to you game. If you're in Miami and we link up and you say, well, you got to come down to see me, fuck you. Why don't we meet in the middle? Why don't you come up, I come down, depending how everything works out. When a girl says, oh, you want to meet somewhere halfway? I like you. You get a second shot, or you get more of a rope. But if you're like, oh man, that's so far, I'm like, get out of here. Thought it was weird you were streaming at this time, but I'm glad you did. Learn some more good stuff. Got to tune in more often on this channel. Bandy, I don't know why you're not going. I don't know why you're not. So the plan is this. Somewhere during the middle of the week, I'm going to stream, and then Saturday mornings I'll stream. Now, again, this Wednesday coming up, I will not do a show. I will be at the track. So I'll probably do a show Thursday, right? Thursday, I'll do a show, and then maybe Sunday or Saturday, but I'll announce when I do the shows, but it'll be during the weekend sometime. So you'll get 2 streams a week on this channel because honestly, standalone videos are okay, but I think you get way more information and stories live. And I like having an audience to talk with and, you know, talk about. If you guys got questions live, I can answer them right here, right now. Leave It to Bina says she spent the night. Her and my 4-year-old are cooking breakfast at this moment in time. Life is perfect. Holy shit, dude, you might have found a keeper. Hopefully she's not into some stupid shit, you know. We'll see. But I remember you telling me the timing was everything with her. Leave It to Beaner. So hopefully it's a keeper. Yonce50 says going out today to draggy hits on my snowmobile. Ooh, she flying now. Pat the One says move to Florida, start fresh. California to be famous. Mexico or Alaska to run away from something. That's very good, Pat the One. Lewis says, that's why I'm here. Exactly. You get a lot more. You get a lot more house for your money in Port St. Lucie. But there ain't shit up there. But the girls are actually pretty good looking up there. It's kind of crazy. Especially near Port St. Lucie West. They can get this bitch up. Areito says, get a big garage and no HOA. My best advice. No HOA. 2-car garage. That's the biggest one I could find. Nice pool. Right by this lake pond thing where you can like boat out to fucking wherever. But seems to be pretty good. I'll get you guys video. Bandy says, right on, man, I'll keep a lookout for those videos. Thanks for the stream. Coyote Killer says, I honestly work so much that I always miss both shows. But fortunately, I'm off work today. Really glad I could catch the show. Leave It to Beaner. She's all in on doing the Cannonball Challenge. You guys are fucking nuts. Okay, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate everyone that tuned in to the Saturday show. 100 people. That's pretty good. You got fed said, hey, Alex, I have a question. My wife and I are exploring a threesome. Do you have any tips and tricks on how to break the ice with someone? You guys got other issues, and this is the dating channel, and you guys got issues. I'm sorry. If you're okay sharing each other with someone else, I cannot give you any advice because this is the dating channel, not the threesome channel. No offense. If you just approach a girl, says, hey, I want to fuck you and my wife. That's pretty much the only way you can approach that situation. Mustang House says, what about Houston, Texas girls? I'm 27 years old, singles, and I want to move there. Nope. I would say a big fat no to Houston girls. Areito says no HOA is a deal in Florida. You can build a shop later. True, true. I'm not sure that this area allows that, but I'll look into it. Get a ranch with the wood floors and ceramic tile. Easy to maintain. You got Fed says, thanks, bro. Love the honesty. Yeah, man. Love you. I just think that if you guys are looking for threesomes, something's up. You got to work on that relationship. All right, guys. I'm out of here. Thank you for tuning in on the weekend version of the dating channel. I will not have a show Wednesday. I'll have a show Thursday because I'm going to go to the track and I'll take videos of the house and maybe upload the video if I think there's something interesting in there. So thanks for listening, guys. We will talk to you.